When is the right time to move on from a twin flame, a soulmate, or a karmic? Now let's eliminate the first one, the karmic. That's pretty easy because your nervous system is probably so fried you don't even know where the sun is, right? But with twin flames and soulmates, it's a little bit more hard to figure out when the right time to move on is. Now, most of the time, twin flames have runner and chaser dynamics, and these dynamics often have extreme highs when it's good and extreme lows when it's not, right? And on average, you have to ask yourself, do you feel secure? Do you feel safe? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel confused? Are you second guessing yourself, right? Because a baseline healthy connection does not leave you in any of those states. Another thing that I often see twin flames and soulmates fail to comprehend is the effort versus potential. Now, I know this one can be extremely confusing to grasp because there is a lot of discernment involved about the perceived effort versus the effort versus potential and perceived potential of the connection. Now, a lot of people I find hold on to who they could rather be than who they actually are in this connection and in this moment, in this scenario. And if you're constantly waiting for commitment, consistency, communication, and clarity, then there's a lot of gaps in the effort of the labor of love that someone is putting into the connection. Now, the reason why a lot of people also choose to move on from twin flames is because of reciprocity. Now, in a healthy connection, you deserve mutual care, reciprocity, attraction, you deserve consistency, you deserve safety, you deserve mutual showing up of effort, of surrender, of holding the love, nurturing the love, and being the love in giving and returning. Now, in twin flame dynamics, where one counterpart or both counterparts have not done the healing, that does not happen. It is so difficult for that to come to fruition. A lot of people fail to address their relational skills, their inner child healing that needs to happen for the relationship to be fruitful, for it to continue in a healthy mutual effort and input, right? Now, another thing is that I feel and see in a lot of twin flame dynamics that does not change, or in soulmates, is the repeated behavior versus the promises. Now, a lot of people can make promises, and talk is cheap. Talk is so cheap. Anyone can say anything they want. But when it comes time to delivery, do they overpromise and underdeliver? Right? Because that's when the imbalance really reaches a turnover. And that's when coming to make these decisions is vital for the continuation or the dissolving of the relationship. A healthy connection, what happens is, obviously in an ideal twin flame counterpart connection, and if you're on a real twin flame journey, you know what I'm talking about. Once you both heal, once both counterparts do the inner child healing, they go through the Kundalini awakening and activation, you have a consistency, not confusion. You're not decoding mixed signals, you're not reading too much into their behaviors, you're not reading too much into their efforts, because you have such a level of consistency that is viable, that it creates such a level of stable sense of safety. You don't have to, and you wouldn't want to, because they show up and they follow through with everything they say and everything they do. And that rhymed. And their behavior really matches their words, and you're not guessing. There's no push and pull games, there's no runner and chaser dynamics. There comes a time where you get to heal all of those only if both counterparts put in the the effort to heal their inner child wounds, right? The second thing that that often shows up in this connection once it's healed is the emotional safety. And the emotional safety, you don't have to calculate how something is going to land with a person, right? Because there is such a sense of established safety in expressing feelings, emotions, thoughts, and concerns, that it doesn't get dismayed, mocked, overlooked, glossed over, whatever it is, and turned into a problem, right? Another thing that I often see in healthy twin flame dynamics, once they've gone through and done the healing, is that there is respectful boundaries, healthy communication, and clarity of intention is revealed. There is no, you don't know what this is, you don't know where you're standing with this person, you don't know when they're going to disappear next. They just don't do that, because they care about themselves enough, and they care about you enough to show you in consistent effort over time that these things are possible with them, right? Now, in my healing session, we go through all of these themes of healing, and I'm a naturally gifted person where I can call on the angels and they come and reset your nervous system and perform healing on you physically. I do have a video that shows a few of the feedback from my clients and patients that have come through for healing. And if you would like, you can email me, or booking link is in the bio.